Hey, this is Redban, and you're listening to the Death Squad Podcast Network. This episode of Your Mom's House and all the episodes of the Death Squad can be found at deathsquad.tv. You can also find us on iTunes, which is the most important thing, because we offered the show for free. So the only thing we ask is if you could either subscribe to us on iTunes or donate. Any of those two things will help us out. And this is a great show. This has two podcast shows put kind of mixed up together. We have Tom Segura, Christina Pazsitzky, and then we have Sam Tripoli from The Naughty Show as the guest. All three of these guys I love, so this is a great podcast. And now here is Your Mom's House.
I am Veterinary Sergeant Hartman, your senior drill instructor. From now on, you will speak only when spoken to. And the first and last words out of your filthy sewers will be, sir. Do you maggots understand that?
Sir, yes, sir.
Bullshit, I can't hear you. Sound off like you got a pair.
Sir, yes, sir.
If you ladies leave my island, if you survive recruit training, you will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death praying for war. But until that day, you are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit. Because I am hard, you will not like me. But the more you hate me, the more you will learn. I am hard, but I am fair. There is no racial bigotry here. I do not look down on niggers, kites, wops, or greasers. Here you are all equally worthless. And my orders are to weed out all non-hackers who do not pack the gear to serve in my beloved cause. Do you maggots understand that?
We're back. Welcome to Your Mom's House.
Yeah.
This is your main mommy, Tommy, with your other mommy.
And the other mommy.
Yay,
Christina.
I made it back.
And Redban. Welcome again, listeners, to Your Mommy's House. That was a very aggressive opening to the show. It was obviously it was military.
Yes.
Involved.
Yes.
Inspired.
Yes.
Because we're here to celebrate not just another episode, but the fact that you're back here in one piece.
Yeah! Bitches!
Your time
I'm back
overseas. You're back from the what? From the devil's.
From the most wonderful place on earth, Afghanistan. The devil's asshole. It's so beautiful. There's sun and sand and rocks.
It's good to see you, babe.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back. It was a very traumatic 2 weeks. I went with Sarah Tiana and Jody Miller and Tom Foss.
Tom Foss from West Virginia.
And his mustache.
Yeah.
And we went to Afghanistan. We entertained our troops. And let me describe Afghanistan to you guys. If you've never been there, have you been there, Tom?
I have not been to Afghanistan.
Well, in case Orbitz has a deal, I advise you go. The way I like to describe it is, if you've ever seen Africa, I've been to Somalia, and Somalia is nothing but sand and garbage piles. So imagine if Somalia took a dump, like a diarrhea dump, and then instead of using toilet paper, it used errant feces to wipe its own ass, and that's Afghanistan.
So you're saying
Yeah.
somebody took a shit and then wiped their ass with the shit itself.
And that's how Afghanistan was born.
How would you wipe your shit with? How would you wipe your ass with shit? Because there's just
They
shit
do
there.
it. They do it with their left hand. That's why you never shake their
So you're
left hand.
saying that Afghanistan's fucking awesome?
Terrible.
Did you
Yeah.
stay at Sandals?
Did you see sandals?
At Sandals. I stayed on bases. We stayed in Kandahar, which is a NATO base with 40,000 people. And in Kandahar, they had a poo pile. It was a poo river.
Yeah.
And it churns the poo from the entire base. It
So
was
you shit and
amazing.
burn shit.
And then I at this camp, I think it was called Delhi, I shit into a plastic bag. They're called wag bags.
That's awesome.
I shit into a plastic bag, and I threw that plastic bag into a fire pit.
You know
And
what?
I watched it burn.
I've never done that.
You've never lived until you've done that.
I've shit into a plastic bag and put it in a friend's pillowcase.
The shanty.
I have.
I believe
There was
is
no
that
fire,
smell.
but I shit into a plastic
Yeah.
bag in college.
You did.
I did. I put it in a friend's pillowcase. We knew he wasn't going to be home for another day. So then we're like, well, it's going to fuck up that room. So I took it, threw it outside. it kind of cooked in the sun for a day, and then I went and got it and put it back in his pillowcase, and then we played cards, and we watched him find it, and that was my friend Red. Red, I love you. But
how did you get? Who got rid of it?
Who got rid of it?
Yeah.
He laid down. He was
love
like,
this music.
"We're playing cards," and he goes, "My fucking sheets fucking stink," and we just act like nothing's going on, and then he took the pillowcase and he was like, "What?" And he saw it fall out and he threw it. He threw it across the room. He was very, very agitated.
Can I tell you something? Your shits don't smell very good.
What the fuck did we eat?
Can we talk about the smell this morning?
We both have had really powerful shits today. What did we eat that created that kind of shit?
I think it's a toss-up between scallops. We made scallops last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still think
you had
scallops
Indian
shits.
food.
I don't think that's it, because you shit like that. You didn't have any Indian food.
My shit, I farted this morning and it smelled like
First you said
Sewage?
sour.
Did it smell like old produce? Because I hate that. That's I think that has to be something. Because sometimes I'm like, wow, that doesn't smell like shit. That smells like a sewer system. It smells like frogs are living in my butthole.
Do you think is it like an outdoorsy garbage smell?
Yeah, kind of like a dumpster or something, or a rotting produce.
or a homeless. There's a guy in our neighborhood that looks like Kyle Kinane if Kyle Kinane were homeless, and he smells.
But I think you got to
like
take
a
it
fart.
further than that. Kyle
What?
Kinane does look homeless. So I think it would be like if Kyle Kinane were like a prostitute living fucking guys in a dumpster. Then this guy would be him. Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Sometimes your shit does smell like
Foul.
like streets, like a street fair. Like there was a street fair, and
take
it's
it.
hot. Yeah, and it's that kind of.
I think it's garlic too. Garlic can make your boom boom smell real bad.
Boom.
Well, then remember, I shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to
Boom, boom.
remember this. I shit.
Yeah.
And then you went in there and you were very upset at the smell. And you actually,
Do you guys have one bathroom?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't that suck?
Yes.
Well, it only sucks because I have to shower in his poo cloud after he makes a brown,
You-
and then I have to go in there and do my makeup.
You were like,
I
why didn't
know.
you open the window?
Fucking hell. And he doesn't open the window. He lets it percolate. It's fucking June at Silver Lake. We don't have AC in there, and it's cooking,
He's proud of it.
We have AC.
Yeah.
We just don't have AC in the bathroom.
and not in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's festering and cooking.
well,
Do you guys
that's
have a fan?
Well, let's
No,
before I would not no
an
not
old-ass
in there.
house.
No, it's really old.
it's a nice house.
Well, let's introduce
Let's-
our special mom.
Because I feel like he really wants
Yeah.
to jump in on
Yeah.
this. I see him eager.
I've been
This is-
dying to. This has been hard.
This is
All my favorite things.
one of our favorite people in the
Yay.
world.
I'm
A really unique mommy. He's half Italian, half Armenian.
Yep.
Oh, H says.
If you love me as a comic, you can thank him. If you hate me more, which is what probably most people do, you can blame him.
Yeah.
Because he definitely was a catalyst for me getting involved in stand-up. He's the one, the only, the lovely, the kind, the huge-hearted,
Great hairdo.
big bonered,
Huge cock.
loving man.
The hog is going bad today.
The one and only Sam Tripoli.
Yeah, welcome,
Thank you.
welcome.
It's good to be in the seat, man. We gotta get a sponsor for the seat. You know what I'm
Seat, yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like the Goodyear tires.
Yeah, of course, this is also...
Hot seat.
We neglected to say you are obviously a Death Squad regular, and you're the host, the creator of The Naughty Show and The Naughty Podcast.
Yes, I'm very honored to be going to war with you guys.
Thanks, buddy.
Now, Naughty Show you have this Saturday, right?
Well, I have one Thursday night, and then actually Thursday through Friday through Sunday we have shows. We have one in Hollywood, and then we're going to Vegas.
You're going to Vegas?
Oh,
Where are you doing it in Vegas?
right.
A place called Treasures. It's a gentleman's club.
Really?
And steakhouse.
Oh,
It's the best
Yeah.
ones.
They're really going for it, bro.
sometimes those places have actually excellent steak.
No, they're known for their steak.
Yeah.
As much as they're dancers, they're known for it's like some
That's the,
pretty awesome stuff,
There's
man.
the one in Florida. The woman's name,
Rachel's.
Rachel's.
It's the best fucking
That's the
shrimp
best-
ever. It's
the
like the
best-
size of an arm is how
They-
big the shrimp is.
no joke. If you're like, I want a fucking steak that's going to just knock me in
And
my
some
ass.
pussy.
But the thing is,
Yeah.
you don't have
One
to
stop
want,
shop.
You don't have to want the pussy. You can just be like, I want the steak.
But
There's people
nobody
that go in-
goes. Come on.
Yes, they do.
Like
I
Hooters.
swear to you. No,
No, it's totally different than
high-end.
Hooters.
It's
Well,
really
I
nice.
love to see this. I would love to try.
Well, we're going to
and
Rachel's.
get a steak at Treasures or
We're going-
Rachel's.
we're
Come
going.
hang out. It's
Love
like
it.
Treasures is like if Michael Bay made a strip club. That's what it would be like. Like that's this place. You walk in, you're like, wow, and they're huge. They're like mansions out. They're like Saddam Hussein mansions. Wow. They're like gaudy on the inside, but they're humongous. 3 floors. So I mean, they're doing so well that they're putting on an addition.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a 3-floor theater that they
Whoa.
want. Yeah. That they want to do the naughty show.
This is a
great,
big show
Sam.
for you, right?
Good.
Yeah, this weekend's pretty big, man. We
Do you
got
have-
Jenna Hayes coming out.
Oh, that's a big. That's
Yeah.
Now that's how do you fucking pull that, man?
Dude,
Jesus.
don't know. Don't question it. I just go with it, man. I vibe with these girls. Like things through, the series of like 2 or 3 years I've done it. Like little things have happened. And I'm like, oh.
The
and
big thing that you do, I think, to have these girls want to do and work with you is you don't pull your dick out, right?
Never.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I've never fucked any of the girls in the show.
Yeah.
I've never hooked up with them. Never done anything with them.
Yeah.
That's your gift, Tripoli.
Yeah.
You're the damaged girl whisperer, if you will.
I really am.
And
I really
what do
am.
you think it is about you that they trust and respond to so well?
I just I have a way of dealing with them because I believe it or not, comedians and porn stars and strippers are very much alike.
For sure.
Sure. Yeah.
And once you realize that,
Sure.
you shouldn't really be judging. And plus, I'm a freak, so I'm like, I'm cool with it all. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I don't judge, man. When I went to college and I graduated, I was doing stand up in Vegas, so I decided to give myself a little graduation present. So I went and worked at Deja Vu Showgirls. Broke, but the nicest people I've ever worked with. There's no like corporate stabbing to get to the top because they're all just there to make $1.
Yeah.
and they're all working together. So
Sure.
it's like nice people.
Well, it's a straightforward industry, too, right?
100%.
I mean, you know what you're getting, and everyone knows what's up.
So
And
this
I
is-
agree. We're damaged as shit, too.
Oh,
by the way.
We're all
There's
crazy.
so
Like you
many.
two are so like normal.
No, I just came from my therapist. Believe me.
Yeah.
I'm fucking way fucked up.
My theory about therapists is like they're just deprogramming you. Like
That's
you're like
what that's what we're dealing with right now. I think she's trying to normalize me, and I'm like, yo, don't do that because that's the magic
Right.
that allows me to be so
right.
talented.
I'm with you. Like someone wanted me to get on some hyperactive pills, and
Yeah.
I'm like, and then I felt like my brain was wrapped and. That's not my stand-up because my stand-up is in the moment
Yeah.
of like going. I see something, I just run with it
Bam.
and try to do like 5 minutes on it.
Sure.
But when I had that, I was like sticking to the script, and it's like,
Yeah.
nah,
You
man,
can't do that.
you can't be. You're fucked up. Enjoy it.
That's what I think.
Sam,
Yeah.
when we did, we went to San Francisco.
Oh yeah, outbreak monkey over here. I've never seen a sickness spread like that.
How sick was I? How sick did you see
You were
me?
sick. You
Yeah.
still super crushed.
But I was fucked up, right?
No, you were.
Yeah, yeah.
You were. And but I've never seen you like literally touch somebody and they're like, "You're sick," and then, there's no doubt.
Dude, I fucking had. That's the worst I've
It
ever
was
felt.
bad.
That's the worst infection I feel like I've ever had. That's not you're in the hospital.
Yeah, as soon as we got home, boom, I had it.
Remember Joe was like he was upset.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
like you fucked me up. And then I felt I would confide in Sam. I'd be like, I think he's mad at me. He's like, I'm sick. And Sam was like, no, he's all right. And I was like, no, he's not all right. 'Cause
got
I got him.
everybody
I
sick.
fucked everybody
That was a
up.
bad one.
But Sam, like, he was so fun to. He would open the shows because he's so much better at like dealing with people and having like great energy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you would just pick people apart.
Yeah,
In the fucking
that's my
front.
thing. Welcome
Yeah.
to the show. Boom.
Boom. He would he would lay into like the 6 guys in the front row, and
Love
just
it.
the show would become like a party by the time Sam was done with
Oh
his
my God.
set. It was a fucking party.
Can I just ask you something? So I was with Sarah Tiana for 2 weeks in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And she told me about the funniest goddamn thing I've ever heard. Apparently, maybe you can elaborate on this, that you have a second act that you're doing now at the Improv.
Oh yeah, it's called Alternative Sam.
I haven't seen that yet. I heard about it though.
This is brilliant. Please tell
I basically
people.
come
Oh,
in
it's
skinny
phenomenal.
jeans, my mom's sweater, some glasses, and I just really get my hair so I look like
Yusuf.
I look very lesbian.
Yeah.
And I go up on stage and I just do all my jokes, but completely like alternative comedian where It's like
Like a throwaway.
yeah, I'll just stare, and then like the punchline's either rape or AIDS. I somehow worked that in,
Yeah.
and it killed. It was really funny.
You really did this?
Yeah.
Alternative
That's so
Sam.
amazing.
Alternative
So
Sam.
brilliant.
That's so
and I
good.
love that it's the same act.
Oh, it's the completely same jokes.
just not committing to.
Does it work
delivering
different?
it.
Does the audience react different? Do you see it?
The comics are on the in the back laughing, and the crowd's enjoying it because they know what I'm doing.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like when I normally do my set and I'm like, and you know, I'm focused and it's boom, 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 boom. But
There is something weird
So
about
funny.
like I've done a good number of alternative shows, and like sometimes I'll do clubs for so long without doing one, they'll get anxiety about playing like this alt show.
yeah,
And basically what I find is that like you will kill. You'll do great if you have your jokes, but like it's almost like it works better if you act like this isn't my opinion or it's like you're just like lost in the moment and you're kind of thinking of
it's weird. I just can't explain
like
it.
You stammer more and you go like you know what's great, these people you see I don't, and it's like you do that at the beginning of it and then they're on board. But if you go like
Right
you know
into
what's
it?
Right.
fucking crazy, then they're like, is this a joke? Well, yeah, asshole, because
Well,
this is a fucking stand-up comedy show.
no,
Yeah.
That's what we do. We do jokes.
And you have to be self-deprecating. You can't just have an opinion. It has to be like, I hate myself, everybody.
Yeah, and then
they're like,
listen
we
to-
love
It's just weird, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird. It's like the same thing with like alternative music and like kind of like I don't know what the guys like Death Cab for Cutie. It's like so anti-rock,
Yeah.
and it's so anti-comedy. Like someone like Zach Galifianakis. Like some people consider him alternative. I think he's just a funny motherfucker.
He's hilarious.
He has some jokes that I'm just like, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's alternative because
Yeah.
it's a setup and a
It's
punch.
structured.
It's same
Yeah.
thing with Patton Oswalt or
Oh,
you know
Patton's great,
or
yeah.
even David Cross, where people are like, those are the champions of
Yeah.
the alt world, but they're brilliant comics that can play any room.
Yeah, and
those are all great stories or
and
jokes or setups. You know,
Cross is just as dirty as we are.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched some of his
Yeah,
old
I
special. I
love
mean,
him.
just retarded kids fucking stuff. It's just like,
love it.
which I think is classic rock.
Yeah.
But it's like,
What was that? What's the album that It's Not Funny. I listened to that album.
It's not funny. And the one before
All
was
the
"Shut Up, You
time.
Fucking Baby."
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He's
that's so,
phenomenal.
yeah, he's great. I love
Those-
them all. I just like funny people. I don't have a
When
certain type.
he has the
Yeah.
one about he's like, but the one thing we need to thank George Bush for is that he still has found it in himself, in his heart, to execute retarded people. And he does the thing about how a retarded person doesn't know he's going to be executed. He thinks he's going for a ride. So you put him in the seat and he goes, seatbelts for my arms, seatbelts for my legs. That shit is amazing.
And it's brilliant.
It's fucking
brilliant.
brilliant, man. That's not
That's
an
what I like.
alternative.
That's a comedy
That's
I like.
I
brilliant.
like the electric scissors thing too.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
can't go to the Evanescence concert. I got to cut out
Yeah.
really funny family circus.
Oh, yeah.
PJ mispronounces spaghetti. Piscetti. I mean,
Piscetti, yeah.
fucking really?
Yeah, he's
Dude,
fantastic.
speaking of the Sunday comics, have you ever seen that there's that one comic that's kind of a soap opera? Like who?
There's a few of them.
Wait,
Like
what?
who
What do
reads
you
that to keep it like, oh my god, what's going to happen next? Like,
mean? Oh,
Oh yeah.
It's probably the same people that are out picketing Disney right now. I don't know if you saw
Are
this or
they?
not. There was like 6 people holding up this sign that says, save our soaps, and they're all over the 400 pounds. And they're all women wearing like, you never see that episode of The Simpsons where Homer's wearing the gown or the
Yeah.
nightie,
Muumuu.
the muumuu, right?
Yeah.
They're all wearing muumuus, and then there was one
What?
guy with all these fat girls, and I'm thinking, who is this guy that's actually out here picketing soap
yeah,
operas?
that's so weird.
The guy likes to party, right?
can I tell you by
What
the way?
if he just likes fat chicks?
Yeah, right.
dudes.
He's like, whoa, party.
Which, by the way, there is a study. I listened on Savage Love podcast. There was a study done on human sexuality. Turns out, guys are Googling and searching for big women. That's one of the biggest.
I love
searches.
thick chicks.
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
totally
thing. It's
into
a
Amazon
huge
girls.
thing. Like fat or Amazon? You mean tall?
No, I like tall and thick.
Yeah.
Like who? Like give me like who's a like Kate
Like-
Winslet?
No.
No,
I'm talking like Brooke Hogan. Like I'm not even like her, not her face, but that kind of build.
Yeah.
Like just big, thick
Gotcha.
Amazon shit.
I like that
Yeah.
shit too. I like
Really?
Yeah. Like a 6-footer, like 6'1".
Wow,
that
I
shit's
never
hot.
knew that.
See,
about
women
you.
think guys like sticks, and it's
Right.
not what we're into, man.
No.
Like
Women
meat on the bone.
You got to look into this study actually, because you realize that the last time, basically, this doctor said that the last time this type of study was done was when Kinsey. When Kinsey, what just happened?
Yeah, what happened?
These two Asian women just came to my door, and they're holding things. And I'm like, hey, look, I'm really busy. I'm not interested. And we're not selling anything. And I'm like, all right, what do you need? And she goes, have you ever heard of God Your Mother? I'm like, is this a religious thing? And they're like,
Why didn't you bring them in here, dude?
And they're like, well. And I'm like, look, I'm filming a porn in the other room. Is
that what you said?
And they just go, God bless, and then we walked away.
And that's how you get rid of the Jehovah's Witnesses, right there.
All right, back to this though. The last time that they did a really massive study was when Kinsey did it in like 1950 something. So this guy was part of a group that studied like billions of searches.
What people are looking for.
Yeah, and they were able to break that. It was the first time that they used this much comprehensive information to find out what people are actually into.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's weird.
The big girls was a huge part of it.
Yeah, tremendous, and also MILFs, older women.
Older women, yeah.
Not, I mean, yes,
and even
there's
grannies.
standard 20-year-old.
No, grannies are popular now.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
But what is that though?
I don't know,
is
man.
Is it the taboo of like
Yes.
the woman who gave you butterscotch candy, you sat on her lap, and now you're gonna stick
Now
it in
you're
her?
gonna rock her. Yeah, it's just weird.
Is that?
Yeah, I think that is it. It's just like, I mean, everybody's in the weird shit, man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what the Naughty Show really is about, and that's what I want my podcast to get to, where I start bringing in like people who are into really like weird fetishes, and I just want to explore like how do you get to that?
Well, I just bringing back to Dan Savage, his podcast. He talks about all these different things and how they evolve from childhood. If you liked your raincoat when you were a little kid, you liked the feeling of your raincoat. Well, guess what? You're going to develop a raincoat fetish.
Well, I had for when I went to college in UNLV, one of my professors was like the #1 sex therapist in the country, and he told the class, I don't know how this came up, but he's like, I could get anybody to be attracted to anything. It's really easy. All I have to do is have them look at it when they orgasm. And you do that enough times. Now you start, it's like Pavlov's dog.
Wow.
You start being conditioned that is sexy. So whatever it is, you're having orgasms and weird shit. Whatever you see there, it's going to start being like a turn on for you.
Yeah, like the guy that came on his car.
Oh my God, that was the best. Did you see that
they
episode
had-
on Nat Geo and Taboo?
They had Taboo where
Oh my God,
people
it's the best
objectify like not living things.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, I have sexual relationships with my car.
How many of those people are on
Volkswagen.
meth? It's got to be meth.
Well, a woman had it with a wall.
The Berlin Wall.
Berlin Wall.
She just humped the Berlin
She
Wall.
fucking loves it. She has replicas of it at her house to sleep with.
Yeah.
Does she strap on like that suction dildo on there and just rock, or
With
does she just
concrete.
rub her
She
ass?
puts concrete in
She
it.
wouldn't, but she wouldn't go into detail. She was ashamed of it.
My
Look at
girlfriend's
that
actually getting
face.
spanked right now,
I was-
and the whole fetish of being spanked, I don't get it because she comes home. She's going to come home tonight with a black ass
Are you
from
serious?
being spanked. And
Oh, they
lashed.
spank her hard?
They spank her so hard that she seriously her skin breaks out and gets bloody at some
Jesus.
points. And she's like,
Does she like it?
She's like, it doesn't bother me, but I guess spankers pay pretty decent compared to
The
but-
weirder the fetish, the more they're willing to pay for it.
Yeah. And so, like, right now, she's just getting... But I don't get that at all. Because, like, can you imagine watching something and just be like, oh, yeah, spank her harder.
But
fuck
that's the
yeah.
thing. That's the thing about the fetishes is that like while somebody else goes, I don't get it. Somebody else is fucking losing their mind.
100% into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100% into it. So
And the internet now lets you know you're not alone.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's better.
that's the
People
thing. When you
can-
see the number of pages devoted to whatever it be, spanking or raincoats, then you go, oh, this isn't just for me. There's
Dude, there is literally 1,000 videos on YouTube of dogs dry humping people. They all have at least 5 million views.
really
Wow.
Yes.
a dog humping.
That's a thing.
Dog humping. There's tons of them. Just people getting dog humped. Look it up,
So
man.
crazy.
And it's hilarious.
Yeah,
Because
That's-
people just, and no one helps the people
But
getting
here's the
tried.
one I don't get, and cause dog humping I can even wrap my brain around.
Yeah, they got like 5 million views.
Oh my
This one's got
God!
a million. Well,
The-
maybe not.
but does he
Look at that
insert his
smile.
penis? He doesn't actually penetrate.
No, it's just
dry
just
hump.
dry
Dry
humping.
humping.
Well, I knew a guy in the valley that used to jerk off his dog. Like we would go to his house. and
This
he would
is
jerk
Don
off.
Barrett.
How- would he charge admission for
No,
it?
he was just like, "Hey, watch
This is
what
Don
I-"
Barris getting humped.
Is it really? Looks like him.
Don Barris is a huge. Oh, why would
How many views does that have?
Yeah.
This one only has 1,147,000.
There's somebody who's really into
called,
that
I
shit.
think,
Oh, this one has 22 million. Let's see.
22 million.
Yeah, 22 million dog humping. Oh, it's like nice little Asian. That looks like the woman that just came to my door and said, God is beautiful or something like that. What is this?
Just,
It's a long setup.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
an Asian girl.
Now I see why it's 22 million.
you got like 5 different fetishes.
Yeah, there's a
going here.
camera.
Got dog, camera,
Outdoors.
Asian. Yeah.
Children watching.
She's got filthy, dirty feet too.
And she's into it.
Dork chicks. You got that.
Filthy, dirty feet.
Right? Look at this. Look at this. Dog humping. 6 million. I'm out here writing fucking scripts that have storylines, character development, lighting.
You don't need any.
Why am I doing it?
Oh, this one I've seen.
I
I've seen
want
this
to do.
one.
I'm gonna make foot.
This
fetish
one is
and just
there's
make millions.
there's a
What the?
You've seen this?
yeah there's a bug in her ear. That's the whole thing.
A bug?
Oh, this has nothing
Yeah.
to do with dog humping. Wow.
Can I tell you? I get all this. I can wrap my brain around it.
Yeah.
I don't feel it, but I get it.
You're gonna make money.
Are
doing
women into fetishes?
Absolutely. Absolutely. On the Dan Savage show. Am I personally? I don't think so. I have obscure fantasies, but here's the one I don't get is scat. Like,
No, I don't get
the
that either.
scat one- That's exactly right.
Yeah, how'd that ever become popular? How do you not want to punch somebody in the face when they did that? It's like early
So
beatboxing.
annoying. It's the most
Did you
annoying.
guys remember when? I don't even know if it's called scat. That what's that music that was pretty popular? That was kind of like that for a time
Jazz.
period.
You got boo, 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 boo.
So annoying.
Right?
It was like line dancing in bars, though. There was a point where like that music was so big at a certain point that people in at least Columbus, Ohio, were starting to
I know what you're
dance like
talking
that.
about.
It's
I know what you're talking about.
about?
Yes,
what
it was
was it,
big in
Macarena?
like no, it was started to get big in like the
98
yes,
maybe?
like late 90s. Like the Brian whatever orchestra.
yeah.
Right?
Brian-
Oh, you mean
swing
big band?
dancing.
Swing dance?
swing dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Swing-
the same.
What
No,
was
but-
that one
but
band?
That was annoying.
There was
Brian
Zoot Suit
Setzer.
Riots,
Zoot Suit Riot.
and
Yeah.
then there was
I used to do that in college.
No,
got-
but what's the other kind called? Not just swing dancing, but
Big Band, right?
It
yeah.
was something. It was called something else.
No, yeah, with like a lot of like there was horns and
It was like Mighty Boston's kind.
Oh,
or-
ska?
ska.
yeah.
I love ska.
There you go.
But that's not the same.
It's not the same,
not
but it
the
like
was
the specials.
Ska's
and all
like
that
what?
stuff.
It's like reggae
with
with
punk.
punk
So it's like the specials or
and No Doubt.
All right, Sam, you don't know about this, but we have dental updates, and we were wondering if you had any dentist updates lately.
you can't even understand what he's saying there.
how are your
Is this random within the
How
show?
are your teeth?
My teeth are very good. Here's a funny story about my teeth. Growing up,
Please tell.
my teeth got drilled constantly. This fucking doctor, oh, you got like 3 cavities. Zzz. Then I graduate, go to college, go to the dentist all the time. Never had another cavity ever.
But they're all filled though.
This motherfucker paid his mortgage off my grill.
Was he Armenian?
You have nice teeth.
You have
Thank you, dude.
beautiful.
They're
teeth,
okay.
Sam.
They're okay.
Now, also,
They could be better.
we were talking about just young Sam in Vegas doing his thing.
Yeah,
you
being
had-
a champ.
Yeah, being a champ, and I started to laugh so hard. I was like, "What?" Because you were like, you definitely played the game back then. You had a lot of chicks.
Yeah, I was blessed.
I was like, "What were you like?" And he was like, "I had long curly hair."
Oh, I would love to see
Oh
that.
my god!
I was like the lead singer of Soundgarden, but with a big Armenian nose, but the long curly hair. And, it's
And what
like,
was your game? Like, what was your game picking up chicks?
I was like the alpha male of the comedy scene.
You were?
Yeah. I'm right out the gate.
Now,
I was,
did you know Joe Coy too? Because wasn't he? on
we
Vegas?
don't get along. We've never gotten along.
Gotcha.
He's not. He's an interesting human being.
Wait, he started there too.
There's Sam.
That was
Tripoli.
me. That's Tripoli, 1992.
Yeah.
Wait, he started there too.
Yeah, oh
Joe
yeah.
Coy did.
I didn't
When
know
we
that.
started, it was like you were either in one camp or the other camp.
No shit.
No
Yeah.
shit. Oh, I wasn't aware that it was Big
Oh,
Smalls and
Team
Tupac.
Trip.
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
no idea.
Team Trip.
Always, dude.
Team Tripoli. Clearly,
I'm a lover,
Team
dude.
Tripoli, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm too idealistic sometimes, but it's like I like to fucking take care of the good people and fucking
Sure.
help people out. And that guy at that time was totally different than that. It was like, it was just always a win. He had to win, and he had to, you know, all the time. And I was just always community. I always think groups rise. That's why I always think, and that's why I love Death Squad, and that's why I think it's doing really well, because groups rise, man.
Of course.
Everybody works with each other.
Sure.
Puts each other in projects. That's that whole UCB or the alternative scene. That was what happened.
Yeah.
You know, even the back in the 90s with the fucking Def Jam, all those comics working together, putting each other in. You know, that's what I tried to do in Vegas, and he wasn't really into that, and we just kind of had bad blood since then.
I got you.
But back in the day, Tripoli had long hair, crushing it constantly.
Yeah.
See, I didn't really get laid in high school.
Really?
Yeah, because in high school, funny isn't sexy yet.
Right. That's totally true.
I had a good friend tell me that, you know, hey, if I didn't know you, I'd literally think you were retarded.
Really?
That's what I got told. So, but the minute I went to college, shit changed.
Yeah.
It like fast too. And it was.
Did you go to high school in Vegas too?
No, I grew up in upstate New York.
And then you went to UNLV.
Yes.
Fuck.
Now my dad is hilarious, convinces me to go to Vegas. And I'm like, why does he want me to go to Vegas? And it turns out he wanted me to buy a house so he could fly to Vegas as a tax write-off once every 6 months so he could gamble.
Seriously.
Oh, my dad, he's a professional gambler.
He is?
Oh, yeah. My
I didn't
dad
know
bangs
that.
black chicks, professional gambler. My dad is cooler than I am.
Yeah, your dad's hanging out with my dad.
Yeah,
dude.
my dad's a pretty badass dude.
I love
That's
it.
Sam Tripoli, senior. Well, he's a senior.
Whoa, dude.
I love it.
Yeah, that's him.
Is that really him?
Yeah, that's
oh,
my
that was
dad.
great timing, I guess.
Yeah.
I just like, hey, this might be him.
Yeah, so it was
Did
great,
your
dude.
dad like comedy? Did he like going to...
Oh, yeah. But he likes fart jokes. I remember when I first started, he's like, tell a couple fart jokes. They'll laugh at that.
Wait,
But does he get what you do? Like, you know what I mean? Like, some
Now he
parents
does.
are like, yeah. Like, they don't fucking get it, you know?
No, not first.
Yeah.
no. Don't
No.
you love? What was your parents' first advice? Like, you know, when you first start doing stand up, your folks are like my mom was like, you know what you should do? You should wear a tool belt.
Oh,
And
is
then-
your mom Jamie Masada?
Yeah, pretty much. And she's like, you should talk about all the tools on your tool belt. And I was
for
like,
real.
I think Tim Allen.
Yeah, she's stealing Tim Allen's act and
Just
giving
a
it to you.
little. Just a
Yeah.
little.
My mom wrote this. What do you mean I stole it from you? My mom wrote this entire act. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
That was Ari just fucking babying up
That
on
was
me.
one of the most beautiful moments ever.
My mom told me when she asked me, we were talking on the phone about like how bad the economy was taking a dive.
Yeah.
And this was like late 08, early 09. And I give her like an explanation of like a pretty simple explanation of like, well, what's going on?
Yeah.
She was like, that was such a good explanation. You should go into finance.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do your shows at night. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, are you telling me to like get a new career right
Yeah.
now? And she was like, well, I mean, you know, it's more security. And I was like, cool, thanks. I've been
Yeah, but you're
this.
doing it. That's the funniest
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I know.
Like where you're at is like a lot of people don't get to all the time.
I don't know. First, I have to tell, I know I haven't told everybody this, but I have to tell everybody that like you are a huge reason why I did stand up. Like we met when I was 23.
Yeah.
I had just moved
Groundlings?
here in the Groundlings.
And you were
Sam and I-
fast, dude. I'm like, this
Crazy.
kid's fast.
He was so cute back then.
Oh, yeah. He was really fast. And I was like, damn, dude, I got to up my game. I don't know if I ever caught up with you. I was
Yeah.
kind of a little older than everybody else. But you were one of the best in the class.
Well, Sam goes, I kind of secretly had a boner for stand up, but like
That's why I saw it. I go, God, that guy's got a heart on.
He's so fast with his hands. He's got in my pants so
I'm
fast.
totally erect every class.
He goes, you should do. We had remember that one chick that was banging the.
There was Kat.
Kelly Kirsten?
no
Kat.
the girl that was banging the one of the guys in Lincoln Park.
Yeah. It was BJ and the Bear, the guy who drove the truck.
Yeah, that was her.
His daughter. And she was smoking hot.
was also that was
No, that's the girl that was dating the Lincoln Park guy.
okay.
Lincoln Park.
Yeah, and then there was Kat who what is she? What's her last name?
Reitman.
Reitman. Yeah. Kat Reitman. She's really talented.
Super funny, yeah.
And I knew she was going to be... Her thing is that her voice is so much older than she is. She has this like very worldly voice that she has to catch up to, but she'll be working a lot too.
And she's doing great. She books...
She's badass.
And a good person to boot.
But then he goes, you should try stand-up. And I go, I don't know what to do, instead of like going somewhere. And he took me around. And back then, I don't know if you remember, you took me to... You did a spot at the sushi place on Sunset. Remember they used to have shows?
Yeah.
What was it called?
It was across the street from Dublin's.
Yes.
It was the... What was that? I don't even know the name of it.
No, they're that big sushi place.
Yeah.
Big,
oh, shit.
you know what I'm talking about?
Stevie D ran a show there.
And Sam did that, and then he goes to the store, and then somewhere else. He did.
Yeah,
like
you went on a Tripoli run.
Yeah, and then he was like, and then he was just like, "That's how you do it, bro. Just crush it out,
and Trip took you by the hand.
He did.
And showed you a whole new world.
He did.
And without that, who knows what would have happened to Tom?
You would have gotten into it eventually, but you know, you got to take him with the great one to see it. No. See, when I moved to LA, I would always hear about how like New York City comics get up like 90 times a night, and they totally do, and they're great comics. So I'm like, you know, I got to get up a lot out here. So I just started running, and I would do like 5 sets a night.
Yeah.
All over the place. And this was before a bunch of the comedy clubs opened up. I'd be like, do the store, then I'd go all the way out to Inglewood. Do like Mixed Nuts in a club that black comics wouldn't even play.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck no, I ain't going there. I go out there, gig there. Get enough gas money to go next place and just run.
Yeah, it was fucking. Sam was fucking hitting it hard.
And then I started doing the road, and I like chaos.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like doing comedy clubs.
You bring chaos.
I love it. I love it so much. Yesterday's podcast was kind of.
Can we get into this?
happened?
Well, because we've been dying to find out. We didn't. I asked you, and then I was like, you know what? Let's save it for this. 'Cause I want to know
People are acting like the world came to an end.
Yeah.
Well, did it?
No, it didn't. It was one weird show.
What happened?
And it was going good to a certain point, and then she kind of shut down.
Well, give us from the start.
And
Who did you
I
have
owe
on?
Redban an apology because
It's not your fault, man.
I didn't know that. I forgot that she was underage. I thought she was 21, and she's drinking a beer, and I really regret that.
Okay.
Is this a girl in the business?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, she'd stopped for a little while, but she's getting back into it. And I just like her like weird kind of energy. And she was supposed to come with her friend, and she just came by herself.
Do we know her name?
Her name is Amia Miley.
Amia Miley. Okay.
And she's a good person. She just like, you know, here's the thing, like, you know, it's like I'm blessed I'm doing your show, and we can converse, and I can carry it, you can carry it, you know, everyone can be quiet. Sometimes these girls who come on, they don't have that. And, you know, and some of them are really funny, and it's almost like they're a unicorn at that point because they're like really hot, they're super filthy, and they're very entertaining.
Yeah.
Which you don't see all the time.
No, you don't. Right.
And this happened to be a girl that kind of got a little stage fright, and she didn't know what to do, and I was trying to pull out of her, and then
The biggest problem I had was because I mean, the video to me is great because you know you have a hot chick and stuff like that. But
Sure.
for the most part, you have to remember that people are listening to this.
It's an audio show.
And so we kept on telling her, you know, people come in here once in a while. You'll have where they don't get the podcast, they don't understand the idea of having to talk into a microphone and stuff like that. So a lot. I mean, throughout the podcast, she was standing up, she was walking around, she was not talking in her mic. And then she had her driver boyfriend, whatever guy that was next to us, that was adding things to the whole entire conversation the whole time off microphone. So it became a point where I'm sitting here going like, half this podcast you can't even hear.
No.
And then there was a point where she started like doing this the whole time.
What is that?
Where
I
she's
didn't
like,
hear that.
where she's clicking the can, and then it was just like she did the yes and no answer thing.
yeah, at
where-
some point she started just getting quiet, and it just went weird. But I don't mind that. I mean, like
It was like Late Show Friday. It was
Yeah.
like there was some fucking weird shit going on
Yeah.
at the club, and you're
Sunday.
like,
you know,
Yeah.
some people are being entertained, some people aren't. I love the chaos, and the biggest thing, it's like, you know, and here's what I would always want is like, just text me next time and be like, dude, this is shitting the bed. Let's get out. So I can end it like, okay, hey man, it's cool, because
Right.
I don't want her leaving going, oh, I did awful. That's not really my style, and I think that's why people like doing it with me.
I don't think Well, I think a normal person leaving that would say, okay, I understand why they're ending it early. I said I don't want to talk to you.
No, she did
at
say that.
one
That was
point.
funny.
So there's
I'm
one point
sober. I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm like, okay. Which I just know her. She's like kind of like a butterfly. She flutters around. She says stupid, crazy stuff, and she laughs. And
yeah, when she said that, I was like, okay, she doesn't even want to talk. She doesn't even want to be here. She doesn't even want to talk. So I was like, all right, we got to end this. So I just tried to end it fast, and because I honestly thought we're not going to be able to put this on iTunes.
I know.
We're not going to. No one's going to.
But I would have liked to go. Listen, it's not your fault. It's my fucking fault. I mean, I don't. I'm not apologizing for her. I'm apologizing that I didn't handle it better. I don't think it was as bad as Twitter's making it out to be, and I just thought it was going good when she smells that, and we're having fun, and then something just changes and it goes bad.
Yeah,
and I would have liked to have been able to maybe explore like what Chris Neff's going into and stuff like that, where maybe we could shifted from.
Well, I tried to with the electronic cigarette, but then
you made it so obvious, like okay, and like everyone in the room goes, okay, Redban's not enjoying this moment right now.
It got to the point where the podcast to me was just unlistenable, and like even to myself, I tried to save it a few times, and then it just got worse and worse and worse. And then when
it sounds like though that this was just like. She got freaked out by
Yeah.
something,
Yeah,
right?
she
She was doing really well, and then it just went weird. And she really is a nice person.
yeah, super nice girl,
and
but-
she's not the smartest person in the world, and that doesn't make her a bad
okay.
person.
No.
I mean, I've done 31 shows. Personally, I don't like maybe 3 of them. Most people probably would say 2 of them weren't the greatest, but that's not a bad batting average.
No.
I watch Bill Maher, and he'll go like 2 weeks in a row where like the guests just suck, and I'm like, well, he's just pulling, so it was just weird.
But it is hard when you get a dud and you think she's going to be great, and then people just clam up. So I guess, what do you do? I guess you just end the show early, and you
which is what we did. But I would like to have ended it a little differently. That's all I'm asking for. And and I'm very appreciative to be on the channel. That's all it is, because I don't want anybody going. I fucking shit the bed. That's not really my style.
No.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah, I tell you what. I was thinking that if you are a subscriber on iTunes, I might be throwing this up as a bonus content to reward the iTunes people, because honestly, with all our podcasts, that's the only thing really that we need is iTunes subscribers. Because believe it or not, it doesn't matter how good of a show we do if we're not like high up on the iTunes ranks. Then it's harder for us to get guests. It's harder for us to be like, hey, come on to our show. It's harder for us to, if we ever want to get a sponsor.
So what do you think we should do?
So I think when situations like this happen, and there's been a couple other things where I haven't put on, I've taken down for whatever reason stuff. I think what we're going to do is we're going to start adding little bonus content for the iTunes listeners and subscribers. So this is probably not going to be MIA forever. I'm not sure if we're going to release the video or not, because like you said, we didn't know this girl was under 21 and she brought beer, and so we're like, why is this girl? We can't really advertise that. So.
Well, you just did.
Yeah. Well, you did too.
Yeah, I did.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but
so
yeah.
how do we get the subscribers up? I thought we were doing pretty good. Now it's tapered off.
Well, the thing is, people are watching Ustream instead. People are listening to it on Stitcher Radio, which is fine. We love Stitcher and Ustream and all that stuff, but it's taken away from the big thing that we really need, which is the iTunes listeners. So even if you don't even use iTunes, just subscribe to us fucking download and delete it. We don't give a shit.
I want to ask this because this is actually really fascinating to me. Is like everybody in this business, like in entertainment, always waits for something to. You hear comics all the time, like, why doesn't this happen for me?
Yeah.
But you, like, how did you come about with the Naughty Show concept? 'Cause you created this.
Yeah.
And that's taking off. Like, it's really growing.
I'm very blessed. It's doing well. I'm doing it all on my own, so it's taking longer than I was hoping, but it's got good traction.
I mean, obviously, it's comedy. You're a comic. You're a great comic. You're a lot of fun to watch, perform. You like tits and you like chaos. It's kind of a combination.
It's everything
that you love.
Yeah, I love it's like I grew up on like Kennison and Dice and Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy. It was like raw shit that was really funny where you're like, okay, I'm leaving my office where I can't say anything because I don't want to offend anybody, and I'm going to go watch some guy say some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I like. And I don't see it anymore.
Right.
I see so much of like, like I'm not lying to you. I told you this before. Your half an hour is literally the only half an hour I heard anything about. Because just this comedy that's going on now is just like, it's such minimalism.
Oh, my present.
Yeah, your present is
thanks,
literally
man.
the only one. I'm not, I've said this when you weren't here. It's like, you're the only one I've heard anything about. Because it's just so not about being funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I miss that. And that's what I want from the Naughty Show. Just kind of come up and like punch you in the face. Yeah. Fucking have fun going, whoa, that's real shit right there.
For those people who haven't been, that's what the live show is like. I mean, the Naughty Show. You go to the Naughty Show and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, it's a mixture of, it does feel like it's an experience, right? Because the show starts off, I think the one that I went to, there was a pole dancing.
Yeah, we start off with pole dancing.
Right, so you see a stripper, but like, she doesn't strip, but I mean, this sounds like some bullshit, like someone saying, like, I get Playboy for the articles, but they're such amazing performers that like, you go...
They should be Olympic. It should be an Olympic sport. I'm not lying to you.
They're amazing. So you see that, and you're in a comedy club, and you're like, holy shit. And then Sam comes up. He's fucking looking sharp. He's in a suit.
I do a suit, man.
Fucking what, 42 regular?
No, I don't even know what I...
He walks up there. He looks sharp. You open the show up. It's just like Letterman or somebody coming out. You do jokes. You get you're the ringmaster, right? And then then you bring up like a comic. So it's almost like a comic guest, right?
Yep.
Comes up. You do time. We've both done it. You do time.
Awesome.
You both crush. I didn't even know you that well back then. You'd been recommended because I always like to try to at least get one female comic in this show. I just think it balances everything out. But you're funny if you were a dude. You're a bad motherfucker. You guys are like heavyweight and light heavyweight champions, okay? I mean,
Can I tell you what I like about your show is that it's old school stand-up because stand-ups started in strip clubs.
Oh, yeah.
We were the openers for the titties.
I did not know that.
Oh,
yeah, that's where it all started.
Wow,
so
that's
it is
cool.
an old school.
It makes sense now.
Homage.
Everything makes sense.
Oh,
We're just going back home.
But then here's the best part. You get your laughs. You get that, and then just like you said, you love chaos. There is like a chaotic element because you'll do like either some role play, question answer, or like wet T-shirt, but like some twist on it, like one of these.
I've
things
created
has
like
blood in it or some shit. Like there's always some crazy.
There's always the blood wet T-shirt contest where
bloody one.
we kill a red cow and we pour blood on strippers.
But there is
hugely
that chaos.
popular.
There's a chaos element.
No, it is. It's like my favorite moments in Naughty shows is when the crowd is absolutely quiet.
Yeah.
And then the bit ends and they just go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Because as a comedian, silence can be very scary.
Yeah.
Totally,
But when you're setting up your punchline and you're like, and da-da-da, and there's nobody's talking in the room and it's like the quiet, you're like, that's gold right there.
Yeah.
If you pull the pin, right?
Yeah, and then you drop the punchline.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Best feeling ever. And that's what I really love. It's ADD theater.
Yeah.
I've created it so it's like, like 3 to 5 minute bits, and it just, and the comics get 10 because it's hard to tell, a good comic to do 5 minutes. So they do 10, and then it's just turn and burn, turn and burn, turn and burn.
And then you got videos too. You guys have these great videos.
I've been shooting a lot of great videos, but now I kind of want to turn it into like a festival. Like I've been blessed that Redban's put some really funny videos in there, and I want people to start sending me their funny videos. Like if it's 3 minutes and it's like risque shit, I would love to show it in my show. That's kind of where I want to get it to. It's like kind of a festival of all that is dirty and naughty.
But that's the thing. It really kills me. And Tom and I have this argument all the time of like, what is naughty? What is it? What is dirty anymore? It's like, give me a fucking break. Why are we so offended? Like you said back when Kinnison, and even Bill Hicks, who I'm a huge fan
I'm a
of.
huge fan. Huge fan.
Like what happened to that dialogue? And why is everything reverted now back? I mean, we've gone backwards in society. And
I just think the suits have such control over like comedy now that they've just watered it down so much that if you kind of have a weird opinion, it's like it's hard to.
They don't know what to do with you.
Yeah.
The industry, like. Yeah,
Sound
the industry
effects are
doesn't
punchlines
know.
now.
Right.
It's fucking nuts.
Or draw it on a fucking post-it or whatever.
Not only that,
and
or do you ever watch, like, we don't watch a lot of scripted, like, sitcoms or anything like scripted shows, really. We don't watch that many. And, like, every once in a while, somebody, you'll hear so much talk about a show, you'll be like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm going to sit and watch this show. And you watch a show that's, like, number one either overall or number one in its time slot, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And either if it's live, it has the laugh track, and you're like, that's Jesus Christ, man.
There it is.
Where you're like, this is what
Really?
they're like. This is perfect. This
It's
is what we
so
want.
weird.
It blows your mind, especially if your career, like the path you chose, is to try to create jokes and that
truth, and
then
telling
you're
the
like,
truth.
this is what's the best. This is number one, and that's how you feel.
Even the sitcoms we grew up on. Look at Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
Two black guys living in a fucking junkyard.
That's
You
Yeah.
would never see that
amazing.
show today.
No.
Not a million years.
No, yeah, because all they want to do is throw the same thing against the wall. It's
Yeah.
like, I was talking to somebody today. There's like 4 shows on Storage Wars. It's like 4 fucking shows.
How many on cake?
Why is there one?
How many cake ones?
Yeah,
No shit. That's the worst.
I
the
started
bridal
doing
shows.
stand up because I didn't want to work a shit job. So I moved to Hollywood to become a comedian. Now every show's about people with shit jobs.
That's exactly right.
It's like, what the
How many
fuck,
fucking
man?
mechanic shows, right? Or something in a garage.
I got a tow truck.
Yeah, I got a tow truck.
I'm going to tow you.
Yeah.
And then we're supposed to like them.
Yeah.
It's like the parking enforcement show.
Yeah.
Why is that on television?
Parking Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They're the biggest assholes on the planet.
Because black people need a hit show.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Yeah. That show is just nothing
Dude,
but...
this- 100%.
That's 100% of the show.
Black
People
chicks
think,
don't
like,
give a fuck.
Dude.
Yeah, they don't give a
The only
They-
thing that stops black chicks are black chicks.
Yeah.
I used to fight with black girls.
What?
In junior high, yeah, because I was a mouthy little punker, angry girl, and I would fucking talk shit to black girls and fight with them. And black chicks will fuck you.
They'll rumble.
I mean, I say fight loosely. I mean, I got the shit beat out of me, is what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
The
You
only
can't fight back.
reason publicly that show doesn't get like some racial labeling to it is because they shoot it in Philly and Detroit. So it is black people yelling at black people. If
Yeah.
it was in another city and it was like
Black
white person
people
yelling at a black,
yelling
they'd be
at
like,
black.
this show's not cool. But it's literally a nonstop, fuck you, motherfucker.
Have you ever seen the first 48?
Oh,
Oh, that's Tommy's wheelhouse. He
Yeah,
loves that
dude,
shit.
I love the show. It's my favorite show.
Yeah.
But there's so many black criminals on there.
Yeah.
They had to create a show. They had to create a show
Yeah.
to counter that.
Right.
Did you ever see the show where they tell it from both sides of like
Sure.
the criminal
Uh-huh.
and the sheriff?
Yeah.
The criminals in that show always white.
Right,
There was
right.
maybe one black guy because they had a counter.
Of course.
It's like
Yeah.
black guys killing each other for $20, bro.
That's
Yeah.
the first 48, yeah.
The
And
first
then they
48.
started to also, you could tell there was like an emphasis on let's also feature black and Hispanic detectives more.
Oh, 100%.
So that it's not just white guys cuffing black dudes.
100%.
Yeah, it's 100% like in Miami where they're like, we don't even speak English here. It's all like,
They
this
bring-
is Rodrigo and this is Diego and this is Jorge.
When they have a couple, when they have a white crime, they bring extra cameras. It's like, this is a big deal, dude.
do, yep.
They got to get this down and it's always meth. Whenever it's black people, it's
true.
crack.
Yep.
Whenever it's white people, it's
Guns.
meth.
And I talk about this on stage
Shalacy.
about the first 48 whenever I play a city that they shoot in, like if I do Louisville or Miami, I always bring up the first 40 because I love the show.
I love it,
and
dude.
and I talk about how my favorite element of that show is the interrogation when they get the guy in there and they go like, "Hey man," and they slide like a picture over and they're like, "You know Terrence?" And the guy be like, "Nah, man." They're like, "You don't know him?" He's like, "I mean, I seen him, but I don't know him."
Yeah.
Like, because he lives in your neighborhood. He's like, "I seen him. I seen him on a bike one time or something." And then they'll be like, "Well, where were you on that like Friday night?" And the guy will be like, "I was just hanging out, I was smoking with my partners and shit." And then they'll be like, "We have footage of you entering the convenience store," and he'll be like, "Yeah, I shot him." And they break like that. They'll just be like, "Yeah, I killed him." And they're like,
Because they
"What?"
always start off like they're talking to their girlfriend who
Yeah.
just busted them cheating on them.
Right.
So they always think they could talk their way out, being a smooth criminal. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, man, I ain't done nothing.
You know I love you,
sir. I got kids, and they try to talk to you like, oh, Mr. Smooth Guy.
The worst is when they're getting out of a car and goes, "Yo, I wasn't driving." I'm like, dude, I just pulled you over and pulled you out of the car. No, that wasn't me. Like, that seriously is conversations on.
Oh yeah,
the thing that impresses me the most. I've seen, I don't know how many episodes of the first 48. Say fucking 100. Okay, out of 100 episodes, twice with guys that are guilty have I seen them go, "I want to talk to a lawyer."
Yeah, I know.
Listen to me.
Lawyer up,
dude. If you're listening and you're gonna kill somebody, you have a chance, and your chance is by lawyering up.
And here's another thing.
Here's
another tip. Here's another tip. If you are on the first 48, don't sign the paper so they can show your face.
Why do you consent to being taped?
What the fuck is
You
wrong
have to
with
consent.
Especially if you're ratting. If you're going to rat on somebody, because sometimes you'll be like, "Yeah, it was Sam."
Do you think the first? Do you think the first 48?
You can tell. You can blob the whole. You can blur the whole. I know that's Terrence.
Yeah.
That fat fuck. That's fucking Terrence.
Yep.
Do you think they're just
What's
like,
up,
"We'll give you a PlayStation 3 if you sign this paper"? Do you think it's something like that?
No, dude. No, man.
I think it's actually. I think that's a lot of people's desire to be on television.
I
You put a
think so,
camera in
too.
front of people and like, "You want to be on TV?" They're like, "Fuck yeah, I want to be on
You ever
TV."
try to shoot outside of L.A.? You can walk into people's houses. They don't
Oh,
care.
yeah.
They're like, "Thank you. Oh, camera? Yeah, come in, hang out."
Look at Taxi Cab Confessions. People will talk about, fucking dogs or whatever, and they sign the release.
Yeah, at the end of that
Talk
thing.
about cheating on their spouses and everything on camera.
And
Yeah,
they're
I'll
like, "This will
sign
be on
it.
HBO?" Yeah.
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 That's wild.
It's
Yeah,
so-
I know I have a second family that I should know about. Let me sign up on that.
Well, that Casey Anthony, like, she wants to go on Howard Stern. I'm like, you're crazy.
Are you
But
serious?
that brings about, this is something we've always talked about too. Doesn't it blow your mind when you watch one of these like HBO shows that like somebody will be like, and my family doesn't know that I'm a fucking prostitute,
Well,
and you're like, well, now you're on
Yeah.
HBO.
Now they do retard.
Like,
You just told
there's a lot
the
of
world.
shows like that
Stupid.
where someone will be like, nobody knows yet that I'm on heroin right now. Like, well, now
Or I'm
everybody
gay.
knows.
And how do you not know that, like, intervention's coming?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a documentary.
You know what
your
should-
intervention? No, no.
You should know when they have you spell your name like they do on every episode. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Sam, S-A-M.
They get so excited when they have a hot chick on drugs because they'll just run promos for that forever.
Remember that one?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
watched one.
She's a meth head and she's smoking hot.
Dude,
That's what we
the hot.
I'm
watched-
fucking everybody. Tune in to Intervention.
That was the best one ever. She was so hot.
So beautiful.
Beautiful. And her husband was like, bah, 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 bah. Like he was so
No, but he
fucking-
was like, and then she started doing meth, and she's fucking the whole city.
Yeah, and there's
said that.
guys coming in my wife. Remember they bleeped it? He's like, now there's just guys that just come inside my wife. And they go, beep, they bleep him out. And he was a fucking, like a total hillbilly who was like, you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm going to talk shit about it, but I'm never scoring anything as hot as you again.
Yeah.
I'm going to ride this out.
Tolerating
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Totally tolerated it.
I just paused this video. This was a video of people fighting, and look what I paused it on. I'm pregnant, nigga. I don't want to fight you.
What about the McDonald's one where the fucking everybody's fighting outside McDonald's?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And the one chick's fucking pregnant.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
There was that one in Burger King.
beautiful
Did you see that
world.
one
Oh
in
yeah,
Burger
that's
King?
the one.
The
Yeah,
Burger
the
King.
Burger
Chick's
King one.
fucking pregnant.
No, but the one where they had the, I guess it was a tranny. You didn't see that one?
No, do you ever see the fat guy and the nerd fighting at a Burger King, and the nerd just gets up and they just start wrestling with each other? It's like
No.
hilarious.
It's fucking amazing. There's a lot of shit going on at Burger King and McDonald's, man. A
Yeah,
lot of
well,
fights.
in little towns, that's where you hang out.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Meet me at the Burger King.
All right.
Me at the
Don't bring no trouble.
Yeah, bring some meth because we want to do nothing very fast. That's what I don't understand why you're doing meth in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Meth is.
We got to take down these Whoppers, man. They have
Yeah.
a little Whopper
so-
chat.
nothing else to do.
But it's made of like battery acid and antihistamine, and it's not like it's heroin. I get it's a poppy, it's in a field. Cocaine, excellent, but
Oh,
meth
yeah.
is like the dregs.
This
What is
reminds me.
What is this?
This reminds
It's
me.
amazing.
This is a celebration. New York has passed gay marriage.
Oh,
It's legal.
yay!
And this is one of my favorite songs.
How exciting!
It's one of my favorite videos so
Who
far.
is this? Good for him.
What's the name of this video?
It's
Bleached
Caswell,
Asshole?
No, Caswell's ice cream truck. It's fucking
The
awesome.
Dirty Jenny remix.
Yeah.
I love it.
Whatever the fuck
Even
that is.
dirtier.
I love gay men.
But
Congratulations,
doesn't it
homos.
kind
It's
of
wonderful.
Yeah, I'm so happy for them.
I am
But
too.
yeah, MMA hasn't been legalized.
Yeah.
We should just call them gay weddings,
But
those
this
fights.
kind of fucking bothered me. Doesn't it kind of bother you that they beat California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Progressive
What the
on something?
fuck is that?
What the fuck?
I
So
get that, but you got to
fucked up.
understand, outside of L.A. and fucking San Francisco, this is red.
That's
It's
true.
red.
Bakersfield,
How the fuck
San Diego.
is California? It blows my
Well,
mind.
we have weed, and New York doesn't have weed.
Yeah, but we only legalize it because we're broke as fuck.
That's true.
If we had money, they wouldn't legalize weed. They just they can't afford to prosecute it anymore.
Yeah.
I know that this point has been made before, but I literally think about this all the time. It's if your position is anti-gay marriage, you are literally going to look exactly like somebody who's like, well,
Yeah.
blacks shouldn't eat in our restaurants, though.
100%.
That's
Right,
exactly
exactly.
So
what
crazy.
you are. You're
Exactly.
100% like you're saying that these like who cares? I understand if you're like I'm not down with different lifestyles and shit, but when you say that like a group of people don't have certain civil rights,
It's so weird.
It's insane, man. It's crazy.
They're
as
afraid
shit.
of butt fucking.
They really it's
There
so
it is
weird
right there.
because
Look
when
at
you
these
hate
facts.
somebody, it's for two reasons usually. One is they did something to you,
Absolutely.
and you're mad at them for doing. Two is
You're scared.
You really want to be them.
Absolutely.
It's like why people hate the Yankees because they want their team to be the Yankees
Right.
and buy all the players.
Right.
So if you're homophobic, like violently homophobic, it's because you can't suck all the
Absolutely.
dicks.
Right. You want
Oh, absolutely.
Tom, by the
Well,
way, I love the fact that you always think about gay marriage, though.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, at least once a day.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And then they're going to get married, and then they're going to want to get divorced, and it's going to be like, it's
gonna be awesome.
What's
Well,
straight people divorce
is-
rate? 60% now? It's like
Yeah.
over 50.
This is the other thing that I get excited about, besides cocks in general.
no,
is that-
totally.
Is that you think about just like the benefit of a whole group of people that they actually have much more money than like heterosexual
Oh.
couples. No, what that'll do to the economy. I mean, think about just like the wedding business alone is going to explode in that like a huge load
cock.
to come. It's going to be
And how
like,
great are those weddings going to be? Because all the wedding planners are gay.
yeah, it's going to be fucking every single one.
It's like
gonna be,
us opening our own comedy club.
Yeah, it's going to be like every wedding's going to be like a Great Gatsby party. Like I'm going to top
Great Gatsby.
the Lats guys. Fucking it's going to be like over the top.
My sweet
Taj
16
Mahal.
of weddings.
Yeah.
They're just going to have like
Absolutely.
Usher.
The food, they're going to have the best food,
ABBA.
parties, music. Like Elton John's going to be at all of them. It's going to be great. It's going to be a fucking over the top,
It'll be great.
multi-million-dollar generating.
Problem is that nobody gets to, I mean, one thing about living in LA is there's a humongous gay population, and not just a gay population, the gay population. I mean, we make honestly, we make San Francisco look like a bunch of fucking butch lumberjack guys because we're so flaming gay compared to San Francisco. They're just gay.
Right.
Yeah.
Out in LA, we're in the business of gay.
Well, we're different
yeah.
types of gay. Like
Yeah.
Silver Lake is like the family marriage gay where we live, and then
Yeah.
West Hollywood is like
That's
I'm gonna
where-
fuck you gay.
That's
like,
where
we're
the
just-
third
Oh,
come
yeah.
on people's face when
Yeah.
you
When
drive
I'm ready
by.
to fuck, I go to West Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's the place.
That's where the good AIDS is.
Yeah, that's where the young guys.
well, they've almost cured that shit, man. They're
Oh,
really close.
Magical Johnson.
Magic Johnson has
He
his
has
own
that
clinics.
billboard in our neighborhood now.
Magical
babe.
does, yeah.
He sells
Magical.
AIDS
You know
now.
what it does? It says seriously. It's a picture of Magic Johnson, and it's called Magic Clinics, MagicClinics.org, and then it says, "Abracadabra, your AIDS is gone."
Isn't that amazing?
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be hilarious and great marketing. I could just see a bunch of suits sitting around. Okay, how are we going to push this? You've got AIDS, you want to get rid of it. How are we going to make Magic Johnson sell this? Abracadabra. Abracadabra.
I do love, though. I mean, obviously, it's a great cause to start clinics and stuff. But I do love that Magic has found a way to turn getting HIV into profit.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, the guy's almost a billionaire.
Yeah, clear. Yeah.
I used to do a joke about that. Like, if you want to put someone in charge of Iraq, put fucking Magic Johnson, dude.
Yeah.
That guy's made so much money in development. He'll have Baghdad looking like Orange County in a fucking week.
I can't wait.
Dude, the guy's made
Yeah.
dude, Starbucks in Compton. Nobody
Yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
That's visionary shit.
And then when he did that, it exploded. It took off, and he sold his shares in that. So now
Because he wants to buy a football team.
Yep, and now he's got he's got movie theaters.
Magic Johnson TGIF.
Not theaters you want to go to, but he does have some movie theaters.
Yeah, oh yeah, and they and he always has this this opening thing he says, kind of like what's his face at the Improv?
Like Todd Glass.
Todd Glass. Yeah, Magic Johnson does his thing about please don't shoot up my theater. They're like, hey, yo, we ain't disrespecting nobody or nothing up here. We just want to enjoy the show. So hang out, y'all. It's like, okay, thank you, Magic.
Hey, I think we're done with the gay.
I would love to see a Medea movie at a Magic Johnson theater.
Hi, this is Barry White. Please join me on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's so weird that gay guy had no rhythm.
The first fucking thing. I'm cutting the fucking stop, Tony. Jesus.
Hold on.
Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invite you to a weekend in Texas on Friday, Saturday, one more time. Yet. Do it over, fuck it. Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invites you to a beautiful weekend in Waco, Texas on Friday. This asshole fuck these words up, man. I mean, he got words that he don't even need.
It's so weird that Barry White was the lover, and he was like a giant fat fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
God, it's so funny.
He's a big boy.
Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna cut this shit off.
Can we turn this into a ringtone?
Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invites your ass to come on down.
I would go to that college.
This is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College cordially invites you to a beautiful weekend on Friday, Saturday, just a bitch.
It's amazing.
Hi, this is Barry White, and Paul Quinn College. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Man, make it your own words, dude. At this point, fuck the script.
But you know what? You talk about the fact that this dude was lover.
Funny.
That voice is amazing.
Amazing.
Listen to that guy read copy. Come on. Like, you can't even... guys that can do the full range, and you can't imitate that, really.
No.
Have you seen Marvin Gaye do the national anthem at the 1984 NBA All-Star game?
No.
It's the greatest thing you will ever see in your life.
Really?
It's so amazing. You're like, wow.
Really?
Dude, like goosebumps. Like, I just go... And it's the craziest thing is like, yeah, it's right here.
Somebody told me that about... I think it was... Was it R. Kelly on... What was somebody saying that about R. Kelly on Jimmy Kimmel or something? Where they were like, that's the most amazing...
It doesn't seem to me like it's enough. It's just not enough.
He's not singing. What do you...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, we hear Barry.
I was combining my brothers. Hold on.
Even when he sung the national anthem,
Dude, it's so good.
it was Marvin Gaye. It was just unique. It was special.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so
He makes it sexy.
Yeah, right? You want to fuck to the
let's
national
get it out.
anthem.
Yeah.
Get that basketball and put it in my butthole.
And then the NBA commissioner hated it. I'm like,
What?
yeah, old
Of course.
guy.
Stern?
No, this was way
Stern?
before Stern. Stern was like some other position in the
Look at
NBA.
him.
Look what a super
Isn't
badass
it crazy
he is
that
in shape.
his dad killed him?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's so awful.
People
Yeah,
are crazy.
That is
Only
crazy.
the good ones die. Shitty people live forever, and good people get fucking.
Yeah, that's why I'm not really worried about retirement. I think my day's coming.
We gotta get out of here.
Redban.
I had such a fun time.
This
Thanks
was fun.
for coming,
Thanks
buddy.
I love it.
It was good to get to know Sam
It was
better.
fun listening to your guys' podcast. I get to listen once in a while,
Less chaos, but
No, it's great. I like how you do 5 minutes up front of you guys talking. I think I might do that too.
Yeah. Let's figure this out. Though we got to wrap it up. What do tell us details where people can see the Naughty Show coming
We got
up this
the
week.
Naughty Show this Thursday at the Hollywood Improv, June 30th. Joe Rogan's going to be there. Jaden Cole, Michelle Maylene, and the Barack Obama impersonator got kicked out of the GOP show when he started doing GOP jokes. He's going to be there.
Really?
Yeah.
that's
I didn't even know
awesome.
about that.
Yeah, dude, it's on. You can go on YouTube.
All right.
And then we're with Jenna Hayes and Treasures in Vegas.
That's huge.
Oh, wow.
That's huge, man.
I'm very excited about it.
Jenna Hayes is a superstar.
Oh,
man.
she's cool as shit,
Yeah.
man. We're blessed that she likes
So
us.
that's Treasures in Vegas, Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, and I want to get you out there sometime.
I'd
you
love
guys
to.
a gig out there,
Treasures,
maybe. Yeah,
sure.
Love to. Christina?
I'm in town. I'm gonna be at the Comedy Store on Thursday around 11.
that's a good time, man. That 11 o'clock's a good spot.
I'm still working it out. I'm still feeling it.
I will be this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at the Comedy Factory in Baltimore. Doing a show Thursday, 2 Friday, 3 Saturday. Come out. It's BaltimoreComedy.com. It's
Love
some
that
fun
11
shows.
o'clock show.
11 was going to be crazy. But come out and see me in Baltimore and be more. The city that reads. And you, Redban?
I will be in Vegas this weekend enjoying the party with everybody else.
Yeah, come down, man. Do some time.
I'm thinking about driving there so I can have my car.
Do
How far is it? Because I'll be around
4
Mandalay
hours.
Bay area.
4.
Mandalay Bay, it's
That's the south end of the
it's
strip.
a little ways. It's
Yeah.
like not that much, but it's like where all the strip bars are, that like industrial road area.
And there's a lot of them, and they're massive.
But you have to come and party with me.
Yeah.
one of the nights, because back at the hotel we're staying at, this fucking sweet one, it's like this crazy after hours party. Like all the dancers, that's where they go hang out. It's gonna be fucking phenomenal.
That's a party.
Rogan said something about hanging out one of the nights after the show. So.
Yeah, come hang out, dude.
All right, word up.
Well, thanks for showing up at your mom.
Thanks, Sammy.
I'd do this anytime,
You
man.
gotta
If someone
say-
cancels,
You
call
You
me
have
up.
to say bye, mommy.
Bye, mommy.
Bye, mommy.
Bye, mommy.
Bye.
Highway. So if you do the speed limit, get the fuck out of my way. I'm DUI, hardly ever caught sober. And you about to get ran